What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Floyd Mayweather Sr. Floyd Mayweather Sr. says, I don't think Deontay Wilder can be fixed. He's trash. Ouch. Okay. Mayweather, of course, he was there at the fight February 22nd, and days later on the Mayweather channel, Floyd Mayweather's dad didn't have any nice things to say about either heavyweight, okay? So it's just not Deontay Wilder. It was Tyson Fury, okay? But we'll get to Tyson Fury here in a second. He says, well, I betted on Wilder, but he showed me a lot of shit that he didn't know. A lot of people have been asking me to train him, but I don't know if he can be fixed. There's a lot of things he's got to do that I know that he doesn't know, okay? He says, neither one of them really looked nothing where someone can come out and say they could really tear someone up. Wilder looked bad. I don't know about those fights. Them guys just ain't got it. I liked Wilder at first, but now I ain't got nothing to say about him except he's a piece of trash. Wow. Okay. Well, for Wilder, okay, his technique, he's never been that type of guy that had technique or practiced good technique. He is what he is what he is, okay? Now, there is some truth to what Floyd Mayweather Sr. said. Being trash, I'm not going to call the man trash, because he was still able to do a lot of things. You look at like guys like Ortiz, and I'm convinced Ortiz has skill, okay? And he was still able to get certain shots off to end the fight. Does that make him better than Ortiz? Hell to the no. But what it does is he has the equalizer, he has the eraser, he has what it took to get that fighter out of there, which was much more skilled than him. He showed it round after round, okay? But the truth lies, what Mayweather Sr. said is, he showed a lot of things that he didn't know how to do. And if you look at Deontay Wilder in that fight, experience tells on you, okay? It tells that what you know versus what you don't know. And like I said about Mark Breland, I don't think it's what he wasn't taught. If he wasn't taught it, I think it was a refusal for him to learn. I'm not going to throw a trainer under the bus. I'm not going to do that, because you don't know what that person is trained. That's like going before a teacher and saying, hey, you didn't train this damn kid. Like a parent going to a teacher in a teacher-parent conference and saying, you know what, you didn't train my kid that. You didn't teach my kid this. That's why he don't know this shit. Why don't he know this? Right? And the teacher was like, well, hey, this is my textbook. This is what I learned. While my other students got this shit and he didn't, or she didn't. Okay? And it may be a situation like that. So I don't want to say it's some things that he didn't know. Maybe there's some things that he refused to learn. Okay? All those shortcuts that Wilder admitted that he already done. Okay, in training camp and things like that. Now, see, here's the problem. I don't know what Wilder was really referring to. If he was referring to like things that we work on in the gym that I just didn't want to work on, that's one thing. But things of like strength and conditioning, like, hey, road work and stuff like, that's something totally different. That's to get your body ready for what you're training to do. But the training itself supposed to be the technique and the things they're supposed to work on from each and every fighter. Maybe they got to a point where they got comfortable. Maybe so. And I respect how people's opinion are about that. A lot of people think if you can't train a person, if the person doesn't listen to you, like Mark Breland said, Deontay Wilder doesn't listen to me. Okay, if that's the case, you need to get somebody that can. You know what I mean? Because at that point, I think as a trainer, integrity is supposed to be paramount, along with your reputation. You don't want to be, oh, this guy don't listen to me. Fuck it, I'm still going to create a check. Now, I think that's what happened with Wilder, okay? But Mayweather Senior is right. He did show a lot of. He did show shit that he didn't know. He did. He showed that he can't fight going backwards. He has no inside game whatsoever. You know, hitting behind the head don't count. Okay, and he did that shit. You know what I mean? But for, to be fair, a lot of fighters, if they get frustrated, they do that. Andy Ruiz did that with Anthony Joshua that last fight. That's the only thing he knew to hit him with. You know what I mean? Because he had no other strategy. He had no other strategy, and neither did Wilder. Wilder thought, I'm going to come out here and hit this boy, knock his ass out, and I'm going to do it quicker this time. And I'm going to tell you how he got that premonition. He got that premonition from fighting Luis Ortiz twice. So he thought, hey, I beat Ruiz, knocked him out. I beat Ortiz, knocked him out, stopped him in the 10th round, right? Later, again, that next year, stopped him in the 7th. He thought, you know what? I went 12 rounds with Fury. I almost knocked him out in the 12th. I want to knock his ass out earlier this time. And he thought that was going to happen, and it didn't. For whatever reason, okay? But what Wilder was doing was attacking him, and he showed him that he wasn't afraid of him, okay? And Wilder didn't show any inside game, any lateral movements. When someone's coming right at you, he didn't know how to step to the side of that person coming straight at you, to create an attack. He didn't have that, okay? He was froze, okay? So, calling the man a piece of trash, well, that's Floyd Mayweather Sr.'s opinion. You know what I mean? That's one thing. It's what he thinks about his current state. We all know Wilder had flaws. What else is new? But saying that Wilder can't be fixed, well, that remains to be seen. We really don't know. A lot of trainers have said that, hey, they don't think that he can. Well, here's the thing. The opportunity, whenever the damn fight happens, people, whenever it happens, he has that opportunity to show people that he can improve. Because what's going to happen in this next fight? Tyson Fury's going to do the same shit. Okay? He's going to do the same thing to Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder, he better be ready. And see, the problem is when you shoot your wad, so to speak, when Wilder threw his jab right hand, and tall as he is, to keep people back where they are, and then they come in anyway like Tyson Fury. If that one piece that you threw don't stop that person, you better learn how to throw a left hook and a right uppercut to stop that person, to have that person to respect you from bringing his ass in and rushing in and attacking like Tyson Fury did Wilder. Tyson Fury knew this guy got one punch. He ain't throwing no jab, right hand, left hook, uppercut, left hook. He ain't doing none of that shit. He ain't throwing a right hand, throwing a jab and hooking off the jab, followed with a right hand with a left hook. He's not doing anything like that. And I think those are key fundamentals that he needs to learn how to do to keep Tyson Fury at bay. Because if he doesn't, Tyson Fury's not going to respect that. He's going to see there's the right. Whoa, back, back, back. You know what I mean? And he's going to be throwing punches because Tyson Fury can let his hands go at that point because he has full access, because he knows there is nothing coming back. There's no traffic on this road, right? There's no traffic on this road whatsoever. So, Mayweather Sr., he thinks that he can't do it. But it's like, hey, Deontay Wilder has another opportunity. He has a lot to prove. He has to show people. He has to prove guys like Mayweather Sr. wrong, Teddy Atlas wrong, other trainers that said, no, this won't work. Wrong. He has to train. He has to show them that he can. Because it's going to take a lot more than a jab and a right hand to keep Tyson Fury at bay. Unless he just lands that perfect shot that he was wishing, hoping, speaking, believing, receiving for. Right? So, calling the man trash, I'm not going to do that because, he got this far. But can he be taught? That remains to be seen. Another element too. If Mark Breland, if they trained him and he just refused to learn, that's a totally different problem because that's personality. That's something that you saying, well, hey, you might have taught me that, but I'm not gonna exercise that shit. If that's the case, he will lose the next fight just as fast. Okay? He will lose the next fight and they will stop it in 5. Because that means whatever Mark Breland taught him, since he doesn't listen, if that's the case, mind you, that means he's not going to use it, and what he doesn't use that he needs to use and he doesn't will be apparent. Okay? But if it's something that Mark Breland, JD's, those guys did not teach him, okay, well, I think they need to bring someone else that can teach him something, and can he learn at this part of his career? That's the question you ask yourself. Because before his loss a couple years ago, people were already saying he was getting better. People forget about that shit, don't they? They forget, like, oh, you know what? Wilder's actually getting better, right? He's getting better each and every fight. He's not throwing punches like he did. If you look at the Luis Ortiz fight, he didn't throw wild shots. Or the fight with the first fight he did with had with Fury, he didn't throw wild telegraph shots like that. You know what I mean? He took his time and focused on hitting his target. So who knows? You know what I mean? But looking at this from the outside looking in, I feel that, Deontay Wilder, he has a lot to accomplish. But it's out of those two things. Either he wasn't taught it and just don't know it, or he was taught it and just didn't show it. But anyway, he has a lot to prove. That's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think about Floyd Mayweather Sr.'s prediction. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.